Have you ever wondered about the secret power of giving in Islam? In the noble Quran, there is a beautiful metaphor that captures this power. In Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 261, Allah compares the act of giving to a grain of corn. This single grain, when sown, yields 7 ears. Each ear in turn carries 100 grains. This is a powerful analogy that illustrates the exponential reward of charity. Just as a single grain multiplies into hundreds, so too does a simple act of charity multiply in blessings. Imagine that. Your single act of kindness, your small contribution, can grow and multiply, benefiting not just the recipient, but also enriching your own life in ways you may not immediately perceive. It's like planting a seed of goodness that blossoms into a tree of blessings. Charity, therefore, holds a power that multiplies blessings in ways that may not be immediately visible. Charity in Islam is more than just giving. It's about strengthening the bonds within the Ummah. It's a beautiful expression of unity and compassion, deeply rooted in the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He once shared a profound analogy, likening believers to a single body. In this body, every part is interconnected, and when one part suffers, the whole body feels the pain. This is the essence of our Ummah, our global community of believers. Now imagine the power of charity in this context. It's not just a mere act of giving, it's a shared experience, a gesture of empathy that echoes throughout the Ummah. When we give, we express our mutual kindness, our compassion, and our sympathy. We reach out to those in need, and in doing so, we strengthen our collective resilience and unity. Charity thus becomes a unifying thread that weaves together the diverse fabric of the Ummah. Did you know that charity serves as a means of spiritual purification in Islam? Indeed, the act of giving is not only about benevolence and compassion, but it also holds a deeper spiritual significance. Surah Al-Baqarah, from verse 267 to 273, sheds light on this profound concept. It emphasizes that charity serves as a purification of wealth and the heart. In the grand scheme of things, every act of generosity that we partake in is a step towards self-purification. As we give away a portion of our worldly possessions, we cleanse our hearts from the love of material wealth. This selfless giving fosters a deeper connection with Allah, as it is an act of obedience to His command, and a manifestation of our faith in His promise of multiplied rewards. Charity therefore not only benefits the recipient but also purifies the giver's heart and wealth. What lessons does the Quran teach us about charity? This question leads us to a profound verse from Surah Al-Baqarah. Verse 267 urges believers, "O you who have believed, spend from the good things which you have earned." This verse implores us to reflect on the quality of our charitable deeds. The Quran, in its divine wisdom, emphasizes that the essence of charity lies not merely in the act of giving, but also in what we choose to give. It encourages us to give that which is good and wholesome, signaling that our acts of charity should be a reflection of our gratitude for the blessings we've received. The Quran thus guides us to ensure that our acts of charity have a positive impact on both the giver and the recipient. How can charity bring about healing and joy? Let's delve into the wisdom of Surah Al-Isra, verse 107, where the Quran beautifully illustrates the act of giving food to the needy, the orphan, and the captive out of love. This verse transcends the physical act of giving, reaching into the depths of compassion and love that form the essence of charity in Islam. Charity in this context is not merely a transaction of material goods, it's a gesture of the heart, an expression of empathy that aims to nurture the soul and bring joy. It's about sharing what we love, not just what we can spare. This act of giving, born out of love, infuses a sense of hope, comfort, and happiness in those who receive. It's a healing balm for their hardships, a light in their dark times. Charity therefore holds a profound healing power that nurtures the soul and brings about joy. How is charity a form of worship in Islam? Let's unfold the answer to this question by delving into Surah Al-Baqarah 2:272. This verse beautifully encapsulates the essence of charity as a form of worship. It states, "Not upon you is there guidance, but Allah guides whom He wills." In this context, charity transcends mere benevolence. It's not just about giving away part of your wealth or helping those in need. It's a profound act of worship, a direct path to spiritual elevation. It's an embodiment of the Islamic belief that all resources belong to Allah and we are merely custodians of these resources on earth. By giving charity, we acknowledge this divine ownership and express our gratitude for the blessings we've received. It's a humble submission to Allah, a way to seek His pleasure. So when we give charity, we're not just helping others, we're also nurturing our own souls. Charity is therefore not just an act of giving but a path to worship and spiritual elevation. Now that we've explored the incredible benefits of charity in Islam, what can we do next? Well, it's simple. Start by integrating charity into your daily life. It doesn't always have to be grand gestures or huge amounts. Remember, even a kind word is charity. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Every act of goodness is charity." So let's make a difference in our own unique ways. Charity is a powerful tool for spiritual growth and connection. It's a form of worship that brings us closer to Allah, purifies our wealth, and strengthens the bonds of our Ummah. It is healing both for the giver and the receiver, and it is a direct path to spiritual elevation. So, let's embrace the practice of giving, and let's do it with love, compassion, and sincerity. Share this video with others to spread the light of giving. Remember, every act of charity counts, no matter how small. So, let's make a difference today.